May the snow be ever pure.
Hey everyone, it's Meloo here with the characters and world boss showcase for Wuthering Waves. Kuro Games was so nice as to give me early access to the game and sponsoring the video. For those who don't know the game, it's an upcoming free-to-play open-world anime action RPG, and it will have its closed beta pretty soon. So far I played the game for around 60 hours. In that time I experienced and tested out 15 characters. Those characters would be the male and the female version of the main character, Yang, which is a katana user with the element aerodynamic, then a dual wield gun user with the element smelt, Shisha, this one, Shishan, and this character I like a lot, but I cannot tell much about her at this point. Then Ji-Yuan, Anke, Yuanwu, Mortify, this is also a dual wield gun user. Danjin, this one is a character that I used a lot. Sanhua, which is a katana user with the element frozen. Tauchi, Alto, he is an animal dual wield gun user. Dual wielding guns has been one of my favorite weapon types during my playtime, just simply because of how well the animations are done. And then we have Bailian, which is kinda like a summoner playstyle, so all of her attacks are like commanding a pet around. That's pretty unique as well. So each character has their normal attack, their charged attack, their E-skill and their ultimate, but what makes the game pretty unique, you also have a Q skill. The Q skill is a specific feature, it's called Echo, and this is not a normal skill, but you can equip it to the characters. There are many different echoes, and by swapping them around between characters you can create really unique builds. And the echoes are actually copies of enemies and bosses you defeated before. So whenever you defeat an enemy or a boss, there's a small chance based on their class that you will get an echo from them, and this echo will mimic their ability. So with some echoes you can shapeshift into that boss for the duration of the attack, or you perform their ultimate. Other echoes let you heal yourself, so there's a big variety of echoes. And not only that, those echoes will also give you a permanent stat increase, so kinda like gear. You can equip 5 echoes at a time, but 4 echoes only give you the stat increase, and you have 1 active slot for the echoes, and only the echo that you put on that active slot, only this one you will get the Q skill as well on top of the stat increase. So this really allows for a big build variety, and you can make some pretty interesting combinations. Yeah, there's really a lot of different echoes, so this is definitely a feature that I enjoyed a lot. When it comes to the combat mechanics, your party consists of 3 characters and you're switching between them based on their elements. But what makes this combat system really unique is the dodge mechanic, and I think a lot of people will like this. So it has a really high skill gap. If you perfectly dodge, you get some type of or some kind of bullet time. And the game really encourages you to make use of the dodge mechanic. You cannot afford to just stand there and face tank or dodge a little bit here and there. Unless you're really overgeared, that will lead you to get wiped. So this was a nice change of pace, and I really felt encouraged to watch out for the boss attacks and study their attack patterns. That really felt rewarding. So before I continue to talk a little bit about the world setting and the combat system aspects, let's have a look at one of the earlier boss fights, level 45 Inferno Rider. In this fight I'm using 3 characters, Jian, Sanhua and Shisha.
Strike with certainty. Concentrate and strike.
Reporting fatigue. Freeze.
Strike the unprepared.
Never better. Like frigid deaths.
End the war.
Sexy to you.
Strike the unprepared. Foe exhausted, knee ready.
Reporting for duty. Watch and learn. My time to shine.
Without hesitation.
Reporting for duty.
As you could see, Inferno Rider is also one of the echoes that I got, and when I use the Q skill while having it in the active slot, it mimics one of his attack patterns, and my character also shapeshifts into this boss. But let's have a look at the world map. The world is pretty big, especially for a game that is just in its test version. It is set in a post-apocalyptic fantasy setting. I don't want to get too much into story spoilers why the world is the way it is. That's for you to find out. There's a big city with many shops where you can upgrade your equipment or buy stuff. You have a bunch of different bosses spread throughout the world in different vegetation zones. You have mini events, you have chests, but there's really a lot to explore in the open world aspect of the game. And you have different abilities that help you do that. So you have of course the basic stuff like swimming, gliding, climbing, but in this game you can also run along or upside the wall. This costs more stamina, but enables you to get over obstacles much faster. Additionally, you also have an exploration tools wheel. So when you press or hold the tab button, and you can fast equip to your quick slot one of the exploration tools and then use them with T. The most useful one, or one of the more useful ones, is the grappling hook. So with the grappling hook you basically can almost instantly teleport upside a lot of hills or obstacles, not everywhere though, but that's not the only exploration tool. You will see there are many more and each one has its use case. Aside from those key points and main events, you also have of course a lot of exploring to do. You have the normal enemies. Again, you want to fight the normal enemies because you want to gain them as an echo, right? They are not just normal trash mobs. The game is still under development, but the developer already announced a closed beta test for the end of April. I was really looking forward to the game even before I got my hands on it, based on trailers and the CPT-1 footage in China. But now that I got to play it, even more so. And it's very likely that I will cover it on a regular basis when new patches roll out. I can really implore you to also try out the game, either in the closed beta if you can get your hands on an invite, or when the game comes finally out. It's free to play after all. So if you want to check it out, in the description you will find the pre-register link for the game and their Twitter. If you want to see more of the game, definitely stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. More videos coming very soon. Thanks for watching, see ya.
Another day, another heroic me.